Good evening. Welcome to Epiphany Lutheran Church in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Kevin Barger, the Director of Music Ministry. This is our Music Minute, where we're taking a look at the songs and hymns we'll be using in worship tomorrow. And we're going to start with the hymn of the day tomorrow. This is one from All Creation Sings. It's called Down Galilee's Slow Roadways. And this is a text that comes from the late Sylvia Dunstan. We've talked about her before. She was a minister in the United Church of Canada. And it's combined with a tune by Hal Hobson, which is a name some of you may recognize as a pretty prolific composer of church music. And this hymn relates the story of Jesus' baptism by John in the Jordan River as an event to which he came with unassuming ordinary people, soldiers, scribes, slaves, but it reveals him as the Son of God through a voice from heaven and the descent of the Holy Spirit like a dove. So because we are joined to Jesus through our own baptism, God claims us as his beloved children, and that's really the message that we're trying to get across in Down Galilee's Slow Roadways. So, nice singable tune. Next, we are going to move back over to the piano, and we're actually going to do a communion song tomorrow, which the youth will do for us. It's called How Great Is Our God by Chris Tomlin. And the youth recently experienced this song in Logan, West Virginia when they were doing their service trip there. Chris Tomlin wrote it while living in Austin, Texas, and it was based on Psalm 104. It originally was just the chorus, and that was it. And then this bridge came actually several years later, I believe, and it became one of Chris Tomlin's most popular songs, and it actually won awards for Song of the Year and Worship Song of the Year in 2006. So this will be a little version of How Great Is Our God. forward to the youth sharing that with us tomorrow. It was a very moving experience for them. All right, next we'll move to the gathering hymn, Praise to the Lord the Almighty, one of my favorites. This is a classic hymn of praise. It's based on 2 psalms, actually the first 6 verses of Psalm 103 and then the entirety of Psalm 150. The translation was originally from Catherine Winkworth. Remember, she's sort of the translator extraordinaire from those German chorales. However, the one that we are now using eliminates all the male pronouns that had carried forward from Elizabethan English. So that's all been revised now, so it's not really the Catherine Winkworth translation. The tune is anonymous, and there are actually several versions of this tune. So we're going to do Praise to the Lord the Almighty. You have to be praising after that, right? Very nice. All right, and then last but not least, we will have our sending hymn, which will be from All Creation Sing again, another new one. And this is a Build a Longer Table is what it's called. Although you'll recognize the tune, I'm certain. But basically, there's a popular proverb that says, if you have more than you need, it's better to build a longer table than a taller fence. So in this proverb, hymn writer, David that wrote this, heard a resonance with the obstacles that refugees often meet when seeking safety far from their countries of origin. And his text uses the love of Christ as its model in calling us to respond to those refugees with long tables, wide doorways, and safe refuges rather than with violence or exclusion. The tune is, as I said, likely known. It is Now the Green Blade Rises, often sung at Easter, and or Sing We Now of Christmas, sung at Christmas, so it's multi-purposed. But this will be Build a Longer Table. So lots of fun with that one. It can be used all year round. We would love it. So hopefully you learned something tonight, and hope you enjoyed those. If you're coming tomorrow in person, those services will be at 8:30 and 10:30 here in the sanctuary, and it will be live streamed on our YouTube channel at 10:30. Thanks again for joining. Have a great week.